Hello, Cricuters, and welcome to Cricketing with Delonda. It's me again, Delonda, and thank you so much for joining me today. In today's tutorial, I will be showing you how to add HTV to a canvas board. Now, a few months ago, I did a project that is called Subway Art, or you can call it a subway canvas or a subway tile, in which I added adhesive vinyl to a canvas. And what I did was I just thought about all of the things that made me think about Cricut crafting, and I just decided to put them together. Now, truth be told, I did not enjoy that project very much because trying to add adhesive vinyl to a canvas like this is not a fun experience. So this is one that I did months and months ago when I was just getting started in my Cricut crafting journey. And so you'll see that Cricut crafting is the main theme of this canvas board, and then I just put words around it that come to mind when I think of Cricut crafting. So I have time consuming, rewarding, awesome, personalized, exhausting, unique, fun, and expensive. And I'm sure that there are many other words that you could think of when you think of Cricut crafting. All right, so once I had done that one, I went ahead and did another one because I didn't want to be defeated by the adhesive vinyl. And I did one that was just all about me. So my name is the main theme of this canvas. And it just says daughter, mom, Libra, HBCU grad, sister, friend, leader, Christian, crispy fry eater. I love extra crispy French fries. Lover of dry humor, a wife, believer, and an educator. And so that's how that one turned out. And even though I love the way it turned out, I did not enjoy the process. However, I have come to realize that this can be done in an easier way. And I want to show you how to do that in this tutorial. Last night, I made 2 canvas boards, but instead of using adhesive vinyl, I decided to use heat transfer vinyl, and I knew that putting it on a canvas board would be an easier process than putting it on a traditional canvas, because the canvas board has a plain solid back and it doesn't have this hollow piece here in the middle. Okay, so this is how some of them turned out. This is one of the ones I did first, and the theme of this board is family, and it just says happiness, weddings. I think about weddings when I think about family. I think about love, traveling together, togetherness, traditions, graduations, and growing old together. And all I did was I just took a few fonts and I just, added them and resized them to fit perfectly on my canvas. And this image was available in images in Cricut Design Space. This is another one that I created last night. And this one is the theme of this board is father or Father's Day or dad or however you want to call it. So the theme is father. And so most, fathers are protectors, they're heroes, they're your friend, they're the patriarch, the dad, they're a role model, they're a brother, they're a leader, a son. And then I just used some images to fill in the empty spaces. So this is how this one turned out. Now, in honor of International Women's Day and in honor of Mother's Day that is quickly approaching, I decided to make a canvas board in honor of my mom. So the theme of this canvas board is mom. So I made the word mom really big, and then I thought about all of the words that we think of when we think of our mom. So I just said understanding, beautiful, kind, compassionate, hardworking, caring, selfless, gentle, and loving. And then I found this image in Cricut Design Space and I added a flower and 2 hearts. So that's how this one turned out. This is the one that I'll be showing you how to make in this tutorial, and I'm so excited to share this process with you. So without further ado, we will look at the materials. After materials, we will look at wordmark.it. After that, we will go into Cricut Design Space, and then the last thing I'll do is show you how to get this layered and placed on your canvas board. Okay, without further ado, let's get started. The materials that I'll use for this project include my Cricut Explore Air 2, my Cricut 9x9 Easy Press. I'll use 5 sheets of StarCraft Soft Flex in red, black, yellow, they're not in order, red, black, yellow, green, and blue. I will use a canvas board. It's different than a traditional canvas. it's not hollow on the back, so I'm using a canvas board. The size of this board is 8 by 10. I'll use several green standard grip mats. I just use more, I'm using more mats because I like to just have one ready every time the first one finishes cutting. And I'll use one sheet of regular parchment paper, and I will use my pen weeding tool. I purchased this from 143 Vinyl. I will leave a link below if you are interested in getting one of these. This is my all-time favorite weeding tool. It's called a pen weeding tool. Okay, so without further ado, let's head on over and look at wordmark.it so you can see the fonts that are downloaded on my computer. The first thing I'm going to do is go to wordmark.it, and I'm just going to look at a few of the fonts that I already have downloaded on my computer. Those are your system fonts. So I want to turn on my caps lock and type the word mother, and just kind of look at the fonts and see which of these I like. Okay, so as I'm looking, I like this one, this Arial rounded. So I'm just going to kind of take notes about it. Okay, I also like, I like baking pastry. I just went through and looked at several of the other font choices that I have downloaded on my computer. Those are what is considered as your system fonts if they are downloaded on your computer. So I just went through and looked for different fonts, and I was careful to look for fonts that had any special glyphs or any thin fonts. I wanted something that wouldn't be too hard to weed out, and I wanted fonts that would really stand out nicely on the canvas. The first thing I'll do is use one of the shapes. I'll get the square, and I will resize it to, I'll unlock it right here, and I will change the width to 10. And I'll change the height to 8 because the size of my canvas board is 10 by 8. The next thing I'm going to do is change the color of my canvas board to white. And I am going to decrease the view on my screen just a little bit. Okay, so the word that I know that is going to be the theme of this canvas is mom. So I'm just going to turn on my caps lock. I'm going to grab my text. So this text box is one of the new features within Cricut Design Space. And some people were a little bit confused about it, but all you have to do is just start typing. Say, okay, so I'm going to make sure my caps lock is on. And I'm going to type the word mom and I'm going to look at some of the fonts that I selected from wordmark.it. So let me kind of make this a little bit bigger, and let me see. Let me find the one that's called Hey Molly. I do like that. I like that a lot. Now, mom doesn't have to be that big. I think that's a little bit too big. I think I'll just move it right here for now, and I'll change the color of it to what? You guessed it, red. So I have mom there, and now I'm going to start to just think of some of the words that describe my mom, or the theme of the word mom. So the word loving comes to mind. Okay, and I like the way this font looks. I really do. Okay, so, and I want to bring this down a little bit, and let me rotate that by 90 degrees and move it up here. And I think I want to change that font from Hey Molly to, let's look at Love Ink. That was one of the fonts that I saw. Ooh, I like that. I really, really like that. I'm going to change the color of that to yellow. Let's go with yellow. Okay, so caring is another word that comes to mind. And I am going to resize that, and I'm going to look at the font that's called Christmas Cards. Okay, let's see, Christmas Cards. I like that. Let's put that right here. And let's change this to, let's do a light blue. All right, let's think of some more other words for mom. Let's say compassionate. That is a long word. So I probably need to do a smaller, thinner font. Let me look at Sweet Saturday. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to unlock that. I like that. And let's change that to, let's see the color choices. Let's see how green will look. Green looks nice. And I might change these colors as I go. Okay, so another word that describes mom would be hardworking. And hardworking is actually 2 words. And let's see, do we want to do this? Let's see. That actually looks pretty good. And I think I want to change that one to yellow also. Another word that describes mom is understanding. And let's do honey and raspberries for that one. Cute! So cute. I love it. Okay. Let me go to images and see what Cricut Design Space has to offer for mom. Maybe I can type in Mother's Day. Let's see. We want to get something that's not too intricate because this board is not the biggest. I like this. Let me see. I may not use all of it. Let's see. Okay. I can turn this off and I can turn this. Oh no, I don't want to turn this. I want to turn that off. And I want to contour this. I'm going to hide all contours and just keep this one piece. And I am going to move this over and I'll make this a little bit smaller. And I am going to do this to add a little floral arrangement right there. Add a little floral. I like that. Okay. So the next thing that I'll do is go to images and look for flowers. Let me look for flowers and see what options I have. I really like this one and I absolutely love this one because I know those two will be easy enough to weed and add to my canvas. And you know, I don't have a lot of space. Let me go to undo. I don't have very much space to work with on this canvas, so I definitely want to be careful about that. Let me move this out for now. And I think what I'm going to do is move understanding up here and change it to blue. And I'll put this flower here and I will resize it because it doesn't need to be that big. I actually want the stem to be right in the corner. And I'm going to change the color of that to red. Okay, so another word that I would use to describe mom is beautiful. Okay. And I am going to change that font. Let me look at closer. Oh, that's nice. That one looks nice. Okay. Maybe up here. I can bring it and then unlock it and just make it bigger and wider. I like that. And I'm probably going to make that red. I like that. And then let me add in a heart. I'll just go to my shapes tool, grab a heart, and I'll actually, let's see, put it here just to kind of fill in some of the space. And of course the heart will be red. And I will remove this over just a little bit. Okay, I like that. Let's see, another word that describes mom is selfless. And I'm going to change that text to, let's see, baking pastry. Ooh, I like it, 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 I like it. You know what I think I will do is unlock this. I'll make this long, not too long. And I'll make this green. And I'll put this heart in the middle to separate these two words. Make it a little bit smaller, like that. I like that. That is beautiful. Okay, and another word that describes mom is gentle. And I think I actually just want to leave the word in that same font, and I will rotate it by 90 degrees and bring it over here. Okay, and I'm going to unlock it and go up. And that can also be green. I want to be careful about not using all the colors equally. Okay, what about patient? Okay, and let's see. Let's look at the font called Broadway. Ooh, it is a little bit thick, but I can work with it. I like that. And that should be yellow. Okay, and then I'm going to go back to images and I'm going to look for another one that's called, let me look for an image of maybe mother. I like that one too. I think I'm going to use this one. I'm going to add it to the canvas and I want to make it fit. I think I might have to use, undo. Undo. Let's see how this one would fit in there. I actually like that. And it would be okay if that is on there in black. And I like it. I'm not going to use any of this. I think I will duplicate this heart though. And I'll duplicate it one more time. Maybe not. Let me just find, I think I can fit one more word in here. Kind. I'm gonna make that a little bit. There we go. And that can be maybe yellow. Kind, yellow, kind. Okay, I like that. So now I have it exactly how I want it. And let me see if I want to put this heart here. Maybe turn it the other way. Maybe I can decrease this and definitely bring this down a little bit. Bring this down a little bit and try to put this heart in here so it kind of separates those words. I like that. I really, really like it. Okay, I'm going to delete this one. Okay, now I have everything the way that I want it. I love the way that it's laid out on here. None of my words are touching. What I'm going to do now is just go back and to make sure that all of my words are attached. And you could do this as you go. So every time you type a word, you can make sure that it's attached. But what I'm doing right here is just going through and making sure that all of my words are attached. And you'll see why in a minute. Okay, so when I look at my layers panel, everything should be attached except what are considered as images. So this little heart, I mean, this flower is an image, so it doesn't have to be attached. This, this mother and children doesn't have to be attached. This heart. So everything else should be attached in my layers panel. Now, what I'm going to do is click on the first layer in my layers panel, which is caring. I'm going to hold my shift key and I'm going to click on the next thing that now as I look at this, let me stop for a second. I can see that I've only used blue twice. So I'm going to change this gentle. I want to change it to blue. So I have a better balance of blue. I have 3 blue, 1, 2, 4 yellow, 1, 2, 2 red. That's good. And 2 green. So 4 yellow. I can change something else that is yellow. I can change it. Let me see how this would look if I changed it to red. Too much red. Okay, so now I have everything attached. I have everything the way that I want it, and I only have one black piece, and that is okay. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is hold my shift key. I have the first layer in my layers panel selected. I'm going to go to my next blue piece, which is the word gentle, and I'm going to scroll down. I'm still holding my shift key. I'm going to select the third word that is blue, and I'm going to attach those. And by doing that, now I have a layer of blue that will all cut together. Okay, so now that I have that, let me just click undo so it goes right back where it was. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing with my green. So I'm going to hold down the first layer of green, hold my shift key. I'm going to scroll down and look for everything else that's green. Still holding my shift key, green, still holding my shift key. Okay, I have 3 things that should be selected. I'm going to click attach. Okay, so now I have a green layer. Okay. All right, let me go to undo, just make sure it gets back in the exact place. And then I'm going to do the same thing. So I have my green layer, I have my blue layer. I'm going to get started with my red layer. I'm going to hold the shift key down and I'm going to scroll down through my layers panel, select next red layer and the next red layer and the next. Everything that's red should be selected so it can all be cut together. Okay, so I don't have anything else that's red. I'm going to attach. Okay, so now I'm going to still look through my layers panel. I'm going to click on the yellow, hold my shift key, click on the H, click on the K. Okay, and I don't have anything else that's yellow, and I am going to click attach. All right, so when I finish and the last thing I'll do is turn off that square behind it because that was just a template. And let me just double check that this is okay. That's perfect. It's not even 8 by 10. But if I wanted to stretch it to make sure that it is 8 by 10, I could do that. I think I will do that. And just not go past 10. That's fine right there. Okay, the next thing that I'll do is I'll go ahead and save this, and I'll save this as Mom Canvas Board. And I'm going to click save. And I know that once I click make it, I should have the same number of mats as I do colors. So I think I should have 5 mats. I have green, blue, red, yellow, and black. Okay, so I'm going to click make it. Okay, now let's see. Okay, so I have my black layer, and I'm going to actually just move this down a little bit, and I'm going to mirror that. And then I have my red layer. I don't really need to move this one that much, but I am going to mirror this. I'm mirroring this because this is heat transfer vinyl, and heat transfer vinyl needs to be mirrored. I'm going to mirror this yellow layer, my yellow mat. I'm going to mirror the green mat, and I'm also going to mirror the blue mat. Okay. And now that I have all of my mats mirrored, I'll click continue. And my computer is looking for my Cricut Explore Air 2. And when it asks me to select base material, I will select Everyday Iron On. Okay, Everyday Iron On. and I will get my mats loaded and I'll show you what that looks like, and everything that I'll do from here will be back on the camera. Okay, I have all 5 of my mats ready. They are ready to be weeded out. And I will start with the green. I don't know if you can see it, but I have the picture of the image up on my phone so that I'll know what it's supposed to look like. And this is just because I don't have my computer next to me that has Cricut Design Space open. So this is just my little way of making sure that I layer it the exact right way. So I'm going to start with the green because I see that green is in 3 of the corners, and I think that'll be the easiest piece to start with. So I'll get these moved out of the way, and I will do my best to save as much of the interior as I can because I don't want to be wasteful. So I will cut the inner pieces out and I'll start to get it weeded out. Now that I have all of my layers weeded, I'm going to go ahead and open my canvas board, and I have my heat press heating up to 305 degrees, and I have it set to 25 seconds. Now that I have all of my vinyl weeded out, I said I will start with my green layer. I'm using StarCraft Soft Flex HTV, and the heat settings for that is 285 degrees for 8 to 10 seconds. So I have my heat press, I'm going to stick with 10 seconds, and I have my heat press heated up to 285 degrees. I'm going to take a piece, I'm going to take that parchment paper and just put it on top of the canvas board and just heat it, just give it some heat the same way that I would do if this were fabric. Just heat it for a few seconds. Now I am ready to start putting my pieces in order. All right, and I will press this 285, and I'm going to give this medium pressure, 10 seconds. I don't think I got the word loving, so I'm going to press that again over there. Still stick with 10 seconds. And StarCraft Soft Flex is a warm peel, not hot. And since this was only 10 seconds, I would consider this warm, not hot. And so let me just see. Let me see if it's ready. Doesn't look like that C is ready, but let me peel it from this side. Okay, this looks good. And I'm not worried about if one letter starts to come up a little bit because every layer is going to be pressed again and again until I get to the top. And when you start to peel yours back, if you see a letter start to come up, just peel from the other side. Okay, so now this is still coming up a bit much. So I'm just gonna press loving again. And give it medium pressure. Definitely don't want to overdo it. Oh yeah, that's better. That's awesome. Okay, so there's my first layer. All right, and yellow was like this with hard working right below compassionate, and kind is right there lined up, and then patient is right above selfish. So not selfish, selfless. Okay, I'm gonna give it medium pressure, 285 degrees for 10 seconds. Kind of coming up a little bit. I think I am gonna press them one more time, and then I'll let it cool for about 3 seconds. Let me let it cool a little bit, but this is what it looks like so far. The board is just a tiny bit hot, not much. That looks so good. All right, second layer. I will speed the rest of this up. Okay, so there's one for dad and one for mom. Leave a comment below and let me know what will be the theme of your canvas board. We have St. Patrick's Day coming up, Easter is coming up, Mother's Day, Father's Day. There are graduations coming up. There are so many options for creating a canvas board that is personalized and made by you. Okay, what am I going to say about this? I love it. You know that. I love it. One thing I've come to realize is that I do kind of stick with the same color theme. I need to kind of step outside the box with that, but that's a whole nother conversation for a whole other day. All right. Hopefully this was helpful for you and you learned how to do this and you learned something along the way. If you did find this tutorial helpful, please make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the bell for notifications because I do upload new content every single week. Thank you so much for joining me today, and thanks for watching. Bye.